I was really wired before this, and I was like, I shouldn't drink more coffee today.
I know.
And then I was like, well, a gift's a gift. Hi guys, welcome back. So today, this is a weird video for us to make, but we finally figured that we just get so many questions on this, like still years later, that we discussed. We decided both just to come together and address everything, kind of clear the air, you know, 2020, a new year. We just both, whenever we do Q&As, I get still comments on my every Q&A. They're like, what happened to you and Stella? What happened to you and Stella on videos? Yeah. What happened to you and Stella? And it's like, I guess obviously when you publicly share something online and like a friendship that you did so much together, and like do you remember our summer vlogs? It was like every video. Yeah, literally. We shared so much of our friendship online. We have to kind of explain. Basically, Stella moved out to LA, and we like briefly hung out once, but didn't hang out for a long time. Isn't that odd?
It was kind of like we hung out in a group.
Really group setting. Like her and I we didn't even sit next to each other. It was kind of like we were really in a group setting. And then we ended up one day going to, was it La Pan? Is that how it became a tradition? We went to like La Pan in Beverly Hills, actually. And
we vlogged it.
Yeah, it's so crazy. That's like one thing about vlogging is like you have everything on file, and it's weird to see things change, you know? So, and it's funny, like ever since that day, I feel like we just became best friends. Like that was the day, that La Pan day. I remember you were like, I'm going to Santa Monica or something, and I was like going back, and we were just like,
that's so funny. I literally was going to Santa Monica. Really? How do you remember that? Yeah.
Oh my god, because it's a special day.
We were hanging out like so much.
We started hanging out. I mean, like 6 times a week.
Literally
6 times a week. I was in even when I was in college, I would come over like every night. We would even, or you come to me. We had a very fair friendship actually. Yeah. We'd like alternate, and we would hang out every single day. Like I would be at your house till 2 in the morning, and I'd go back, and I would like wake up in the morning for class and come back after.
Like how did we even do that? How did you do that?
I don't know how I did that. Around 2017, I guess like you can just share it from your perspective, and then I'll mirror back my perspective, because this is like I feel like we were like when we start not being close. Your parents were in town. Like a bunch of things kept happening
where like we wouldn't be able to hang out.
Like because of something, and then
and then we just kind of like stopped hanging out, I guess. And then I moved to downtown during all this, and then you moved out of downtown. Yeah, so you just moved to downtown, and we still did stuff at this point. Like, is this when we were going to the fruit market? Yeah, literally. It was like, yeah. Yeah, we were still at first like doing things because we were so close at the time. We were like, okay. And then I ended up moving out of downtown, and then I guess like from there, and so I'll explain from my perspective, and you'll explain from your perspective, so that we can kind of piece it together. I was like in a not in a good situation. I talked about it before, I'm not going to go into like depth at the time, and like my way of like dealing with emotional things is like to just like escape from the world. Not escape, but just kind of like will just like not tell anyone, not text anyone back, and kind of like shut myself off. Some people are very like, if they're doing something, they tell people, they're very verbal, they're very like outwardly, and maybe it's like a Gemini trait. Like when I'm going through something, I don't tell anyone, like no one would know. Like I deal with it like through humor, like literally I just wouldn't share it. Like even if I was going through something super difficult, it would be like bottled up in me, and I would just kind of like, everyone think I'm fine, because I just like I don't like to ever play victim. I don't like people to have like pity for me or feel bad for me or feel sorry for me. And so for me, like I just like end up becoming distant. I've worked on that since. This was like 3 years ago. So I guess like I just would start like, we just wouldn't hang out, and then I wouldn't reach out first. And then from your perspective, I guess you thought that I was just like out of nowhere. Yeah, like it's like I obviously had no idea what you were going through at the time, and like still didn't till like we reconnected, like I feel like months later. I had a story in my head. I was like, this person isn't like there for me, and they don't like whatever, like they don't understand, they don't appreciate, and you're like, she's like not replying to you, she won't even do this like small favor. Yeah. I feel like as humans, like this is what I've learned, a lesson to not create a narrative. Like we literally create a narrative where like, oh, they're doing this and this, and they're not replying to me because of this, and they view me as this. Like we literally view the situation so skewed oftentimes. Like we literally do not know what's going on for sure. Like you think that someone's not replying or anything because of X, Y, and Z, but like it could literally be the polar opposite. Like sometimes I didn't reply to someone like genuinely because I was overwhelmed with like work stuff, or I drank too much caffeine, where I was like too amped, and I had to like calm myself. And I'm sure someone else, they're like, she just is like so difficult. People don't have the, no one wanted, I guess like no one wanted to be vulnerable first. That's what I feel like. Everyone says like communicate, but like it's
easier said than done because it takes someone being vulnerable for it. Because it's like I want to have the upper hand and like I don't want to be the one, and you're like I don't want to be the one. It's never going to get resolved. Like especially if two people are like that, and we're Leos and Geminis, so I just feel like those are the two signs that are like it won't be me. Yeah. We were young at that point, and I think for both of us, I mean I can speak only for myself, like we would just violate boundaries, like our own and each other's, not knowing it all the time. Like we would both feel disrespected, but we didn't know why. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like we would like, you would do things you didn't want to do, I would do things I didn't want to do, and we would like, because we were so committed to the friendship that we just do like everything. We didn't want to ever be mean and like say no.
But it's like if you just say like why how you feel or like people respect you, and maybe it's like uncomfortable in the moment, but
if you say, hey, like I'm honestly not feeling like I'm not in a good mood today, I just want to be alone, like a good friend would be like, oh my gosh, like yeah, she wants to be alone, but we were like, we just never wanted to say no, and so we would say yes to everything, but then be resentful. Like from all this, we end up reconnecting and like kind of explaining everything that happened like in one day. And we got tattoos the day we reconnected.
Yeah, literally.
It's so wild.
That was crazy. We
literally met up, and that same day we went to brunch, and then got tattoos. We were like, I forgot that you had it.
Yeah.
Do you like it still?
Yeah, I do. I still want to get more.
I got the cherry later. Remember that one day I texted you?
Yeah. Made me realize that we were more mature now. It's like one time after we had reconnected, we had these plans, and I just remember being like so sick that day. Yeah. But I felt bad, and I was like, fuck me.
You were trying to get ready. Yeah.
I was like really, like I was like putting on makeup, and I felt like I was gonna throw up like so bad. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. And at first I was texting like, oh, can we maybe do it later? But then I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna like explain myself, like I feel really bad about it, but I'm just gonna say like, I had a crazy night, you know, I'm not sick. And you were just like so understanding about it, and like
I came over.
Yeah, you like literally came over and like brought me like a juice, and like it just made me feel like, oh, like it is safe to like, I guess almost like say what is actually going on.
Communicating what really works for you so then you can actually enjoy the time, because if one person's sacrificing something to be there and the other person's convenient, it leaves a bad taste in someone's mouth, like the person you're just sacrificing. And you want it to be like convenient for both of you, or like you're both like happy to be there and both feel like good about being there, and no one feels like, and people are, or as like push the more in touch with yourself where you can feel like discomfort. So I feel like if someone's there, you can feel that they like don't fully want to be there, like it's uncomfortable to either person. Like I know sometimes when I wouldn't want to be there, not even with you, just with someone else, I felt bad because I feel like they could feel it. Yeah. So it's like, it's almost better if like I just said like I couldn't hang out that day.
It's like not personal.
It's not, yeah, like they know that you're just like there happening. Yeah. And so now we realize like, okay, you do what you need to do, and I do what I need to do, and if it works, we're like, if it works out, we'll do it. Yeah. We're so chill. I'm like, if divine timing happens, we'll do it. And if not, like we'll figure out something else. Yeah. So that's the story.
I feel like we're such different people than a few years ago.
I don't even. It's like I watch back videos. It's just like
It's like, ew. No. How did I act like that?
We just and we weren't like fully emotionally mature as youngins, and we just we grasped onto each other, and we're like all or nothing. Yeah. And then that sets you up for failure. That's why I think a lot of people, that goes on to like relationships. Why they're feel like you can't like have one person who can do everything within that person's your life. That's not healthy.
Yeah, because it's like people are people.
People are people, and they're gonna disappoint you. And if the one person disappoints you, and that's your life, you're gonna feel like your life sucks. But if your life doesn't suck, like your life can't be based off of one person's emotions. One person can't be everything to you. You gotta have like your life.
Facts.
We were each other's life. It's like a lesbian story. Yeah. And that's on, how do you say it?
Period.
Where's that from?
I don't know. City Girls?
No, my favorite, like the TikTok that I was like, it's like a lot of people be scared here.
A lot of people be scared.
And I'll name them. I don't know why it's so funny to me. It shows you that I think that if two people are both emotionally mature and something's meant to be, it'll come back. That's the last takeaway. Like, literally. If we weren't meant to reunite, like maybe let's say you or I both weren't emotionally mature, it wouldn't be meant to be. You like, in order to be vulnerable and to like talk through what actually happened, it takes a level of emotional maturity, and so it just teaches you that if friendships dissolve, just trust that like they dissolved for a reason. You guys weren't on the same page, and like if it's meant to be, it'll come back together, and if not, then like, you know, you'll be brought another pal into your life. Yeah. We'll talk to you guys soon, and I hope this video was enjoyable and gave people an explanation of what really happened.